you started as an influencer?
Yeah, so I started sharing on my Instagram primarily in March of 2024. And everybody kind of has a social media presence nowadays, but I really started sharing more consistently around then. I had gained entry to run into a major marathon, and I'm a runner. And so I started kind of sharing that journey along with how I tie it to my sobriety journey as well. So it just kind of started really becoming a passion, and it's something I did every day. So it was easy to share. I think a lot of people get into the industry thinking they have an idea of what they want to share, but it's really only attainable if it's something you can do consistently.
What does that consistency look like for you right now? Are you trying to post every day, every other day?
So right now it's been a little bit of a different season. I've taken some time off with the holidays and also have been kind of battling a slight running injury, pinched nerve in my hip. So I have not been running as often. But prior to this, I was posting every day just about for this past 8 months, really. And it takes a toll on you. So I definitely anybody that does get into sharing on social media or something, definitely take time away as well for mental health reasons, of course. But yeah, so right now it's not been every day, but I do share on my stories every day, just not so much a reel or a feed post.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. That's a good reminder too. Just, sometimes a break can be good, just stepping away for a little bit.
Yeah, social media is so powerful, and it's where most people go nowadays for information, news, and there is that fear around, is it real? Is it true? And all of that. But you also have to take a step back and take a lot of it with a grain of salt too, as well. And just kind of, it's okay to question things on there.
Yes, definitely. And can you talk a little bit about your experience specifically using Instagram? And then what is your experience also like using TikTok? Can you kind of compare, contrast the two?
Yes. So TikTok for me, I started sharing, I guess, more on there probably in 2022, 2023. It's kind of almost more of a, you'll hear the term around Instagram. A lot of people used to have Finstas, or they called it like a fake Instagram. And it's kind of where you shared more vulnerable stuff or more silly stuff. And TikTok has kind of became that app where a lot of people shared a lot of more quick content, more vulnerable content. Like it's not as heavily edited. Whereas Instagram, it's kind of become more, I guess, what's the word I'm thinking? It's more heavily edited, and it's kind of like you create a brand on Instagram. Where TikTok, it's a little more, I guess, realistic, more attainable. I feel like you kind of get to know people better because it's easier to just kind of post something in the there and now. Where Instagram, those reels people post, they spend a lot of time editing. So it's kind of in those aspects, there's a difference there, but you can still make either one your own in your own way.
Absolutely. And, there's this talk about the TikTok ban that's coming up soon that might actually happen. And the experience you have as an influencer, can you just tell me how could that affect people who are using TikTok in similar ways that you are, possibly people that are even making quite a bit of revenue or, that's their career?
Yes. So with TikTok, I feel I hate it for those that, 2020, I think a lot of us, we were at home, we were definitely more isolated, and TikTok really brought a lot of people together. I know that there are a lot of fears around it, with it being a Chinese run program and just what that means with our information getting out there to in the hands that it shouldn't be out there in. But at the same time, we do have to look at the community it created and the positives in a way. And so I hate it for those creators that, took a chance and just started posting on TikTok, and now that's their income, their livelihood. And, thankfully, I'm sure most of them have started making the transition to US owned apps like Instagram, and the like, to hopefully bring their following over there to continue, of course. But I know for a lot of them, TikTok has been like their main area of growth. And so I know a lot of them are looking and exploring other apps. Some creators I've seen don't even want to go to Instagram. They would prefer to go with another Chinese app. Like I've seen Red Note has been mentioned. Lemon 8 has been mentioned as well. It's also a spinoff from TikTok. So I haven't explored really either of those apps too much, but I know a lot of people are making the move over to those apps, and they're also Chinese owned. So I don't know what that's going to be if we're just going to face this ban again in 2, 3 years with another app.
Right. What do you think that transition is going to be like, having to move from one platform to the next? What problems kind of come with that?
I think it's going to be a shift because every algorithm is different for these apps, and that's kind of the hard part about being a creator is especially when you're a small creator like me. I don't have a humongous following, so a lot of this has been figuring it out, what works, what doesn't work, and a little luck on the way. Because you could post something and you have no idea how it's going to do. I might spend hours editing a video and it get 1,000 views, and then I throw something up there quickly and it goes viral. So a lot of these apps, it's going to be, those people that you might follow on TikTok and you do enjoy their content, try to find them on other apps, so you can still support them if the TikTok ban does go through. But I think it's going to be a little chaotic and a little kind of reordering. And also, the algorithm is probably going to be really thrown off. I don't know how they're going to plan with that, with high level content creators coming over to that app or posting more on that app and what that's going to look like. It could be very simple and not that crazy, or it could be kind of chaotic with the algorithm. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's something that is going to come with time. We're just going to have to figure it out. People that are transitioning from one app to the next. And like you said, the algorithm probably will be thrown off for a while, and that might be tough, just for some people to try to be able to figure out. But that's really all of the interview questions that I had for you. I said we would keep it short. You are so well spoken. So I appreciate you just giving a little bit of your expertise and knowledge on this. And I'm really excited to put this story together. I definitely want to highlight your social media if you're okay with that. So
Thank
if
you.
you
That
could,
would be,
absolutely, yes, if you could send me just your social media handles
yeah.
through Messenger. And then also, if you have any pictures or videos of just content, even if it's like an Instagram reel or a TikTok that you've made, if you could send some of those to me, so I can use as part of my story too, just so people kind of have a visual, a face to the name, that would be great.
Yes. Oh, this is really exciting. I hope I gave, I know this is such a controversial topic right now, and it scares me because I see where the government wants to protect the citizens with this, but it really does kind of infringe on that First Amendment right. And we all do, whenever we sign up for anything, we do agree to the terms and conditions. And I mean, nobody reads those anymore. And so I see where the government feels this, they're scared, but also at the same time, just like on a personal note, it really kind of falls down to the user.